Begin. Feet hip width apart, and just find your equal weight all around your feet. So engage your big toe, engage your little toes, engage your heels, and slightly lift at the arches underneath the feet. Then engage your thighs, so your quads running down towards your knees. And with that, you might kind of squeeze your glutes and tuck your tailbone in slightly, so tuck your pelvis in, the pelvis sits here. Then we're going to draw in the pelvic floor, so this is the small muscle from the pubic bone to the coccyx. You pull it in when you need a weight, so that helps you find that one. So pull in, hold 100%, and just check you're not holding your breath. Take a slow release, and then go again. Draw in the pelvic floor 100%. These are exercises you can do pretty much every day. And slow release. And again, pelvic floor pulling in. Check you're not holding the breath. So whilst holding the pelvic floor, you go a little bit higher, transverse abdominis kind of comes around here. A bit like a corset, and you might pull it in if you're wearing tight trousers. So draw that in. It's kind of where your belly button sits, and draw that back towards your spine. Hold that, so pull in 100%. Check you're not holding the breath. Take that slow release, just let it all go. And pulling it in again, so pelvic floor, transverse abdominis. Pulling in, try not to hold the breath. Again, you can do these ones every day. And just take the slow release. Last time, drawing in 100%. Pelvic floor, transverse abdominis, drawing in. Now we're going to half that, so take it down to about 50%. You should be able to hold it there at 50% throughout this class. So find your 50, check you're not holding your breath. Just go a little bit higher to the ribcage. Just give it a little bit of a lift on the ribcage, and you might find that takes the shoulders back. So here, just lift the shoulders and circle them back if they haven't gone through. Palms facing forwards just to open out the chest. And we're going to find the length at the back of the neck. So you might find your chin slightly dips forwards, and the tops of your ears are going up towards the ceiling. So this is us in good posture. It's really good to practice this every day if you can. And we're still drawing in that pelvic floor and that transverse abdominis. So let's take our attention to the neck then. So you're just going to release the shoulders down and back a little bit more relaxed there, but still drawing in the core. You're looking to the side, looking over one shoulder, to the centre, and the other side. So just warming up the neck. You almost want to imagine your chin's resting on a bookcase there. Going across. We can add to that, so to the side. Chin down towards the chest. Slowly round to the other side. And again, chin down towards the chest. Breathing out. Shoulders are relaxed. Round to the other side. And we're still thinking about the pelvic floor. And the core, we're still drawing in. Still picking up the arches underneath the feet. Bringing that head to centre. So shoulders, lift the shoulders up towards the ears and release them back down. Lift and squeeze and down. 2 more, lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And shoulders forwards. And shoulders back. You can get that nice lift on the ribcage. Shoulders forwards. Keep the knees soft. And shoulders back. We're still drawing in the core. And last one. Shoulders forwards. And shoulders back. So take the shoulders back and take them down. Bring that hands up level with your elbows. And your elbows are really tucked in here. So you can see if you're looking sideways on, they're really nicely tucked in. And we're going to bring the palms in, breathing in. Breathing out, palms out to the sides. Keep those shoulder blades back, squeezing them together. This one's great if you're doing a lot of studying or you're kind of, your shoulders are really forwards and down at the moment. So this is a really great one to get those shoulders back. We're still drawing in the core, so still pulling in. I'll show you sideways on as well, so they're coming here, right out to the sides if you can. You can put bands into this one as well. You can hold bands in your fingers here. Resistant bands. 2 more, just taking those shoulders back. Breathing out as we go out to the sides. And release. So still pulling in the core now then. So lift the shoulders, we're circling them back. You might get that nice release of the neck. You might want to do a little bit of a release there. Adding in this, so bringing the elbows, lift. Just get a little bit of opening on the chest, go pulling in with the core. Still tucking the tailbone under, adding in arms up. Breathing in and breathing out. So nice big deep breath. If you want to add in again up onto the toes, take a bit more of a balance. I think I can touch my ceiling if I do that one. 2 more. Last one. Deep breath. And release. So just setting, I might go a little bit wider there, a little bit wider with your feet. Just breathing out, we're just tilting to one side. And lift. And breathing out, sliding the hand down the side of the knee. You want to stay in the same plane here, so you're not really leaning forwards. You're not leaning back. Show you sideways on. Just reaching down, try and keep your hips still. Still drawing in with the core here as well. Shoulders are relaxed. We're going to add a little bit to this. So hand on the hip, reaching up. And there you go, there's a nice stretch in there. Then slowly bring it over. And coming back to centre, hand on hip, reaching up. And bring the hand over. And lift. Let's add a little bit more. Lift, open out that chest, bring it over. Release that bottom hand, just little circles. That bottom hand is really floppy, relax the shoulder. Still trying to keep those hips still. Last one, reaching up and over. You can take the eye gaze up, you can really spiral heart to ceiling on that one as well. Bottom arm just totally floppy. And drawing it back up, pulling in the core. So, going to go to some squats, which involves bending the knees and reaching forwards. Breathing into left, breathing out, bend the knees, reach the hands forwards. Staying nice and strong, so thinking about what you're doing with your knees and your glutes, you're squeezing your glutes as you lift. You're not letting those knees pronate in or take them overly outwards. If I show you sideways on as well, bending the knees. Your knees aren't really coming over the big toes. So if you have got a mirror at home, you can really watch yourself here. This is quite energizing, quite a warming exercise. You can start working on how high you take your arms in here as well. It's time with that breath, so breathing out as we come down. Breathing into lift, open out the chest. Check your feet are parallel, they're facing forwards. You're not dropping underneath the arches. Let's go 2 more. A little bit lower if you can. And lift. Arms up over the head. Palms together. Sliding these palms down through the front of the chest. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to take a forward bend. Hinging at the hips. Bring the hands down. Slide them down the legs. Into that forward fold. You might find the hamstrings in there. Breathing out. Slide the hands up the legs. Finishing up, take the shoulders back, arms over the head, full body stretch. Let's go again. Show you this way, palms together, slide them down through the front of the body, down the chest, forward fold, hinge at the hips, softening the knees slightly, slide the hands down the legs. Can you touch the floor? Breathing out, uncurl, lifting back up into that full body stretch. And again, if you want a bit more, instead of palms together, arms straight, reaching forwards, softening the knees, hinging at the hips. Breathing out, bring the hands down, sliding them up the body, warming up through the spine. Bring them up, little add in here, diagonal star balance. And again, hinging forwards, breathing out, and coming down into your forward bend. Breathing out, slide the hands up the legs into that full body stretch, into your diagonal style balance. Use your big toe for your balance there. And release. Coming down, straighten out my mat. So another little balance just to finish up our warm-up today. So just transfer the weight onto the left foot here. You might find that you need to engage the big toe, perhaps squeeze the glutes on the left side, find the pelvic floor, just lifting up the right knee, just taking that balance. Now you can start with the toes nearly on the floor, or you can take a lift. We're going to straighten that front leg and bend. Then we're going to take it out to the side, open with the hip. You can put your hands on the hips to steady if you'd like to. Bring it back forwards and lengthen. Take it around the body, big circle, and then reaching forwards, bend that left knee. And again, rise. I'll show you sideways on. So lifting the right knee, same side. Pelvic floor pulled in. Use the big toe, lengthen, just point the toes. And bend, and take that knee out to the side. Opening at the hip. Coming back forward, lengthen. Draw it round and reach. Up to you how much you want to lift into this one. Last one, then we'll swap legs. So it's lift that knee, and it's a lengthen, and it's a bend, and it's rotate out to the side, and it's a center. Lengthen, circle it round, and reach. Good test on your balance. Really strengthens your feet, and really swap sides. It's lift. And you can still stay with the toes down if you want to start with. Transfer the weight to the right foot. Lift the left knee, lengthen, bend, open out at the hip, back to centre, lengthen, circle that round, and reaching forwards. So again, lift the left knee, take it out to the side, back to centre, lengthen, and round. Last one, lift the left knee, lengthen, bend, and rotate round. Center, lengthen, circle around and reach. Now release. Apart, knees and feet hip width apart, and we're just going to tuck the toes under and pressing into the mat with your hands, lifting up your hips. So you've got that downward dog. It's almost like a nice V-shaped position, an upward V-shape. So in here, we're just going to pedal the feet, alternate, pushing one heel down and then the other. Take a nice even breath, and you can still draw in the core. So imagine you're taking your chest towards your knees. Try and tuck your head in between your arms. Spread your fingers. Really good for strengthening the shoulders in this one, and just releasing the backs of the legs. And we can perhaps go up onto the toes, really lift, take the stretch on the calves, and then slowly melt down, take the heels down. Let's go 2 more, lift, and just breathing out lower. Last one, lift, up onto those toes, and then breathing out, lowering down. Okay, coming down onto all fours then. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's just try and find our neutral spine. We use the cat to cow, so tuck the pelvis under, space between the shoulder blades, take the head down, chin towards the chest. Imagine you've got a tail, you're tucking your tail in, you're pulling your abdominals in. This is your cat position. We're going to reverse this next. So change that position on the pelvis. Tilt the pelvis up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, try not to extend through the neck, but lift up through the chest, tuck the toes under, stretching out the feet. That's your upward cat or your cow position. And then you're just going to find your middle position between those two ones, so drawing the core. And then that's going to be your neutral spine, so you've got your pelvic floor in, your transverse abdominis in. And hold that neutral spine. Take a low handshake on the right arm. Straighten the left leg. And it's breathing out, lift. We're trying to make a nice straight line here from the fingertips all the way through the body to the toes. You can point those toes. Breathing in lower. Breathing out left. Same side, same leg, same hand lifting. Squeezing that left glute. Try and keep the hips still. Keep the core pulled in. 4 more. Breathing out, lift, nice straight lines. Keep the tension through the back of the leg. 2 left. Really extend right through those fingertips. Bring that back down, swap sides, low handshake, left hand. Straighten the right leg. Breathing out, lift. Breathing in, lower. Really extending and reaching into this nice straight line through the body. Keep the core pulled in. Keep the hips still. 4 more. Breathing out on that left. Eye gaze down. 2 left. Keep drawing in pelvic floor. Hand release. Let's go on the other side. This time we'll just take a leg lift. So left leg. Straighten up that left leg, and it's going to bend at the knee. Heel towards your bum. And lengthen out again. And bend at the knee. And lengthen. And this is kind of isolating through the glutes and the hamstrings. So you have to really squeeze that left glute to keep it up there. 4 more. Keep pulling in the core. Keep the hips still. Bend to lengthen. Last 2. And 1. Lower it back down, swap sides. So lifting up that right leg. And it's bend. And it's lengthened. Keep the hips still. Squeezing that right glute. 4 more. Bend to lengthen. Keep drawing in the core. Takes a little bit of concentration this one. Keep pointing the toes. And last one. And release. So on the Alpha Force position, let's just take a little balance. So right hand lift, left leg lift. Lift, then just see if you can pull up the right foot. So you're just resting on your hand and your knee. Keep squeezing that left glute. Eye gaze down, keep breathing. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and release. Take it down. Swap sides. Left arm lift, right leg lift. Draw in the core, lift up that left foot. Balancing on that knee and that hand. Keep your focus, keep drawing in the core. 4, 3, keep breathing. 2, 1, and release. Let's really stretch. So sit back towards the heels. Reach your hands forwards, take your head down towards the mat. Forehead on the mat. Elbows down. If you want to have a bit more of a reach, go for that reach. Or just melt and relax down. Take some belly breaths. Send the breath down towards the belly. And you might feel like the breath going towards the lower back. 2 more breaths. Last one. And release from there. We're going to come down a little bit lower, still working with posture. Elbows off the mat, and your elbows are level with your shoulders, and your hands are level with your elbows. Pigeon toes, so you've got the fronts of your foot down towards the floor, and they're relaxed. Forehead down, breathing out, lift the head and shoulders, breathing into lower. It's that preparation into the swan dive. Again, really good for posture. Breathing out, lift. Breathing in lower, still drawing in the core, still pulling in pelvic floor. Really good if you've had rounded shoulders. If you want a bit more, lifting up the elbows, the hands, and lower. Breathing out, lift. Breathing in lower, still pulling in the core. Next level if you want it. Breathing out, lift. Breathing in, breathing out, reaching forwards. Keep the eye gaze down. Coming back to that capital, almost capital E shape, and lowering down. Breathing out, lift. Breathing in and breathing out, extend, still drawing the core. Coming back and lowering down. 2 more, breathe out, lift. Breathing in and breathing out, reaching forwards. Coming back and lowering down. Last one. Breathing out, lift. Breathing out to extend. Breathing out to come back. And lowering back down. Brilliant. Let's release, go back to cat stretch. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, lift the top of the back. Tuck the pelvis under. Draw in the core. Just releasing over the shoulders. Deep breath. So from your cat position, we're going to come down towards your front leg pull. So you've got your elbows underneath your shoulders. And we're going to start by pulling in pelvic floor, transverse abdominis, and just lifting up the hips. And you should feel that there, pulling on the core, and keep the tension in there. Keep pulling the muscles together. If you want a little bit more, you could tuck the toes under, straighten out the legs, or work with one leg straight and then one leg bent. So we're going in towards that sort of front plank position. So keep the pressure in the abdominals. You're either holding or you're keeping those hips still, and you're moving the legs. So let's go for 8 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So just bring the hips back down. We'll go for that one again. So just choose the layer that works for you today. You're working your core, but you're not kind of getting any pain in the lower back. So pelvic floor in, transverse abdominis in, lifting up the hips. Keep breathing. Ready for 8 seconds. If you want to tuck the toes under and up into your nice front plank there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep drawing in the core. 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring the hips back down. Let's go one more. So let's go pelvic floor in, transverse abdominis in, lifting up the hips. Adding in if you want to. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep pulling in the core. 3, 2, 1, and release that back down. The release stretch there is your child's pose, so the same one where you sit back towards the heels, reaching forwards, forehead down to the mat, elbows down, take those belly breaths deep down. So send the breath down towards the lower back. 2 more breaths. So that's the sort of M shape with your knees. You might find this kind of opens up the hips. If you're a bit tight in the hips, just lean forwards, take a little stretch here for a moment. We're going to start with some lateral stretching, some tilt, so arms out to the sides, and we're just slowly coming over, tilt over for your lat stretching there at the side. And you're just easing into there, so you might get your elbows down. Try and lift the chins. Keep the chins lifted. Try and, if anything, look forwards or looking up instead of looking down. Let's go 4 more. Quite nice. Just releasing arms over the head. 2 more. Breathing out as you come over. And last one. Then we're going to put in our twist, thread the needle. So one hand down, one hand up towards the ceiling. Breathing in, breathing out. Thread the hand between your body and your hands. Lifting up, breathing in, breathing out, threading through. Keep drawing in the core. 2 more. And a little bit further each time. Can you get your elbow down? Can you really push and bring your shoulder down? And last one, breathing out. Then we're going to go a little bit higher, so you need to adjust yourself here. Your hands underneath your shoulder, and your knees not quite under the hips, going to be slightly further away. So we're lifted up onto the knee here. Either hand resting just behind the ear. So you've got the chest open, we're going to leg lift, or if you want a bit more, reaching over for that lat stretch again. So this is all around the glutes and the glute med. Let's go 8, leg lifts, 7, 6, keep drawing the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to go knee to elbow, crunch in, and lift and stretch out. And crunch, and lift and stretch. And 5, And 4. Keep breathing out as you stretch. And 3. And 2. And last one. Gently lower yourself back down into that starting position, that M shape here. We're going to put in a twist and take a push up. So twist around. So you're coming into that sort of bent knee on this side. The foot's on the other way. The foot will be the opposite side. Bring your hands down. Try and keep your shoulders back, your chest lifted. And then we're going to breathe out. Keep your elbows tucked in. And we're doing a push up, press up. Breathing out, coming down. Forehead going down towards the mat. Let's go 4 more. We can add it in to a single arm push up if you want. Spreading fingers. You just wrap around this open, the open arm round, and then squeezing the elbow in. 3 more. Forehead down towards the mat, draw in the core, last one. And left, so then we go on the other side. So if you're doing the same side as me, I'm now going towards my right side. So we started off with those tilts. So if you're a little bit tight, just coming forwards, find the stretch for the hips. Arms out to the sides. Breathing out, tilt over, working to the lat stretch. You might get the elbows down. Just breathing out into your stretching. 4 more. 4. 3. Try and lift up the chins, looking up, spiraling heart to ceiling. 2. And last one. Then we go into the thread the needle twist. It's reaching up, looking up, and then following your hand through. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, follow the eye gaze with the hand. Make it a little bit lower each time. It's 2 more. Lovely twist into the back. So if you can get your elbow down, bring your shoulder down. Last one. Bring into that twist. Then we're coming up. Resting on the knee, hand under shoulder. Into those leg lifts. Either hands resting behind the ear. Or if you want a bit more, into that stretch. Keep breathing and draw in the core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbow to knee. Breathing out, extend and reach. Still pulling in the core. Let's go 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. Gently lower yourself back down. We're going to put that twist in and take our press up. So shoulders back, lift up the chest, the rib cage, turning around towards the right side. Hands down, breathing out, bending the elbows, lowering down. Try and squeeze the elbows in. Still got that twist in the back. Breathing out as you come down. Really great for turning the backs of the arms. Adding in, if you want, wrap around the left arm on the back. Breathing out, coming down, squeeze the elbows in. 3 more. And 2. And last one. And release. So lowering down. Relax your shoulders. Head down. Feet, knees, hip width apart. We're going to go into the 100. Those that do my classes, you know, I often do 5 sets of this, so we're going to kind of work towards that now. So it's one leg up to tabletop. We're pulling in pelvic floor, transverse abdominis, and hips are still, and lower it back down. It's a lift. You've got the right angle behind the knee, and a lower lift. And lower. Hips are still, lift. And lower. Keep pulling in the core. So these are your toe taps. We're going to put this all together in a sequence in a sec. Last one, coming up. And lower. Lift the head and shoulders, look towards the knees. Pulse the arms up and down, draw in the core. If your neck's a bit tight, you can always have a cushion, or you can just take your head down, that's fine. Look towards the knees. Pulsing. This is where you bring in the imprint, so the lower back comes down towards the mat. Keep breathing. In the out breath, you can really pull in the abs as well, so you can really work at sucking in the abs on the out breath. And we're going to slide the hands up towards the knees. Take 5 centimeters more and just hold. Keep breathing. And then lowering back down. So we're going to put it all together. So I'll give you the next layer if you want to take it. One leg to tabletop, imprint the lower back. Other leg to tabletop. 4 toe taps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the head and shoulders pulsing up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep imprinting. 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, reaching up towards the knees. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release it back down. So those are your 2 layers. Stick with the layer that suits you today. Let's go again. 4 toe taps. 4. Keep pulling in pelvic floor. 3, 2, 1. Lift the head and shoulders pulsing. 8, 7, 6. Imprint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs. Reach up towards the knees. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Shoulders relax, let's screw again. 4, keep the right ankle behind the knee. 3, 2, 1. Lift the head and shoulders, pulse up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, reach up towards the knees. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. I don't normally do it all with you guys. Let's go again. 4 toe taps. 4. It's good for me. 3, 2, 1. Imprint that lower back. Pulsing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs and reach. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Shoulders relaxed, palms up. 4, 3, toe taps. 2, 1. Lift the head and shoulders pulsing. Draw in your tummies towards the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, reach up towards the knees. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Well done. Arms over the head, straighten up the legs. Full body stretch. Couple of deep breaths. Okay, so we're going to work now into the single leg stretch. Bend the knees. Arms down by your sides. Shoulders are relaxed. Just sliding one heel away. And bringing it back up. Heel slides. Start to now think about your pelvic floor again. Drawing in. Filling in that transverse abdominis as well. And you can go hands on your hips. You'll notice your hips want to tilt side to side. And you're just using your core now to try and keep your hips still. This might be enough. If you want a bit more, we go back to those tabletops. So 1 leg to tabletop, other leg to tabletop. And you can check your tabletops. If you've got your arms straight, fingertips on your kneecaps, imprint that lower back, and just those heel slides, straightening one leg, and then alternate with the other leg. Breathing out as you straighten the leg. Going into that single leg stretch. And we can bring in a little bit more to this. We can bring in kind of the head and the shoulders and the obliques. So palms together. You're going to lift towards the bent knee, coming across and lower. Breathing out, lift. Breathing in, lower. Really setting the shoulders as you come back down to the centre. Breathing out to lift. Breathing into lower. We're going to cross to that bent knee. You should just feel the obliques, the ones on the sides, getting the workout now as well. Still pulling in with the pelvic floor, still working the imprint. Keep breathing. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. This is your last one. And 1. Place the feet back down, knees bent, arms up towards the ceiling, take a shoulder release. So head, shoulders down. So breathing out, turn the palms outside, lift up the shoulders, keep your head down. Reverse that, back round, palms facing each other, press the shoulders into the mat. And again, thumbs in, palms out, lift. Keep the head down, reverse it around, press the shoulders back down. And again, lift. Let's go 1 more, really good shoulder release. Breathing out, lift. And breathing out, lower. Take the shoulders kind of down and back, and then breathing out, arms over the head. If you've got the space, you could circle the arms around at that point, all the way back down towards the knees. I've got a big sofa in the way here. Breathing out, arms over the head, and coming back up. Now start to notice as your arms go over your head, what's happening to your rib cage. Is it wanting to lift? And perhaps close your eyes, bring in that focus. Try and keep the rib cage down, draw in the core. Try and keep the head down, the length of the back of the neck. So this might be enough, just working with that. If you want a bit more now, you've got your imprint, lower back down, tabletops. Breathing out, you can lengthen both legs. It's your double leg stretch. That might feel a bit too much for your one leg. And alternate. Or double leg. Still thinking about that imprint. Same amount of imprint we used on the 100 in this double leg stretch. We're breathing out into the lengthening. As you're breathing out, you're pulling in that core. 4 more. Keep imprinting. Keep breathing. 2 more. And last one, keep the rib cage down. And release, arms out to the sides, bend the knees. Breathing out, we're going to let both knees drop across to the sides. Breathing in, lift to centre. Then you can add in, so you're looking to the other direction to your knees. So release on the neck. You might feel the chest stretch in there as well. Just release the jaw, soften the jaw. So you might like that, you might want a bit more. So you can go to your tabletops. Keep that wrangle behind the knees, centre, breathing out. Knees across. And then straightening out. Feel the stretch of the hamstrings, breathing in at the centre. And breathing out into your hamstring stretch. Really nice stretch for the backs of the legs this one. Feeling that chest stretch in there as well. Try and keep the ribcage down, shoulders down. 4 more. Two more. And the last one, shoulders down. Breathing out. And just coming back down to centre. To sitting position. We want to start a nice upright position up on the sit bones, and we're going to breathe out into that C shape down here. There's your C shape. Breathing in, lift. Knees and feet at hip width. We're drawing in the core, breathing out. C shape. Breathing in, lift. Take the shoulders back, lift up the chest. And then again. Such a great massage for the spine. You might like just to stay with this. If you want more, you feel confident you can do more here, you're just going to let go of the hands into that C shape. Keep the feet down. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, coming down. Just playing now with how far you can come down. You're keeping the feet down, engage the feet. And lifting back up, we're using that C shape, we're using the spine. Coming back up. If you want a bit more, so we've got lots of different layers. If you want a bit more, arms coming down over the head. Breathing in, lift, and you can just straighten those legs, lift that right position. Arms circling around to touch the feet. So we've just combined the spine stretch there. So a few options. You could be coming down, lifting up, coming forwards to that spine stretch. You might just want to stay with this. Another option is the one leg, so come down, draw up, and come forwards. So just doing a one leg. And lift, and forwards. Full version if you want it. Breathing up, circle the arms around, touch the toes, spine stretch. Breathing in, lift, then C-shape the spine, circle the arms around. Take that full body stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, circle the arms around, down towards the knees. Lifting up, nice and tall, breathing out, forwards. Find those hamstrings, and again circling down around. One of my favourite moves. Coming around and really engage the hamstrings, the thighs. As you roll down, press down those heels. As you're kind of rolling, coming back up, really press down the heels. Reaching forwards. Reaching up. Reaching behind you. And reaching up. And we're reaching forwards. Tying it in with that breath. Breathing out. Breathing in as you on that final part of the stretch. Breathing out as you move. Last one. Coming down. Full body stretch. Breathing out, reach. And coming forward. So if you can just touch those toes. Brilliant, such a good move, that one. So, gonna lower down. Gonna work into our scissors now, so lying down, just lifting one leg up towards the ceiling. Imagine you're looking at some new shoes, you can flex the foot, look towards your toes. And again, swapping over. And you're pushing behind that knee, you're engaging that quad to kind of get the stretch there in the hamstring. Breathing out as you lift. If you want a bit more, then lift the head and shoulders. You might just get down here if you can. You're coming up to here. And lowering it back down. Lift the head and shoulders, swap legs. Working into that hamstring stretch. And breathing out, lift. If you're not doing loads of exercise, your hamstrings will get a little bit tight. It's really good every day, really, hamstring stretching. So we're going to add a little bit more to that. Breathing up, lift. Just hover and straighten the opposite leg. So stay lifted. Swap legs. Working into these scissors. Working to those hamstring stretches. And lift. And lower, nice straight legs. Now, going to try and get your hips still. So as you swap over, and you can work at whatever pace you like on that. Try and keep those hips still. You can take your hands behind your head, and you could go a little bit quicker in your scissors, and you could flex and point. You might just be working your hamstring stretching, that's fine. The lower you go, the harder it is on these abs. Keep the hips still, keep drawing in the core, still working in imprint. Keep breathing. Keep working on these scissors. And we can take it to a bicycle. Still got that straightening part of the hamstrings in there. And you can reverse that other way around. 4 more. Keep breathing. And release. Well done. So bring the feet a little bit closer towards your heels. So, and then your feet towards your bum so you can touch your heels. We did pelvic tilt. Imagine you've got a marble here on your tummy and you're just rolling that marble forwards and back. Such a great way to massage the spine and the lower back. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. On your neck tilt, then lifting up the hips, pressing into the feet, arms over the head. Take that shoulder bridge position. So if you want a bit more, you could do a leg lift, one leg up towards the ceiling. You could lower and lift, keep the hips still, and swap it over. Leg lift, lower and lift, hips are still. If you're really thinking about your glute strength here, you might just hold that leg lift and really work on pushing up through the glutes and keeping the hips up. Just giving you a few options. Lifting up, lower, hips still, lift, straighten, and lower. 2 more. Otherwise you're doing your holds in that position with the legs straight. Keep those hips still. Arms back over. Slowly lowering it back down. Knees into chest, just a little rock side to side. Or a circle. Just releasing that lower back. So placing the feet down. Just hands behind the head. Going to work into the crisscross. Just opposite knee to elbow. And lowering back down. Thinking now again to the core, so pelvic floor pulled in. Imprinting, transverse abdominis pulled in. Opposite elbow to knee. And we can add to this one. Breathing out to left if you want a bit more. Up into the tabletops. Straightening one leg. Opposite elbow to knee to the bent knee. And now it's the crisscross. Keep the control, keep breathing out to left. Keep that imprint. 4 more. And 2. Last one. And lowering the feet down. Oh, I think we're nearly coming to the end of the abs now. Let's come up. So we're going to play around with the roll back. So we're going to hold on to the shins here, curling up to a little bit of a ball. You can take the upright position at the top, so shoulders back, lift up the chest. Then as you roll, find the C shape, relax the shoulders, rolling back. And then you're just coming back to your hover. That's the test, is hovering these feet off the floor. So it's roll back. Go back to that hover, draw in the core, and again, rolling back, and hover, draw in the core. Last one, and into placing the feet down. Let's work with the teaser, so hands just underneath. We're still working on a bit of a hover here. Knees, feet hip width, and we're just straightening one leg, and bend, and straighten, and bend. Straight. If you might have to adjust where you're holding and where you are on the sit bones. So we're just playing here with the hamstrings and that balancing position. So if you want a bit more, see if you can take one leg onto that hold and bring the other leg in and just hold and breathe, and it's right on a balancing point. Keep breathing. You're working on straightening those legs, taking the shoulders back, lifting up the chest. 4 more breaths. Keep drawing in the core. 2 more breaths. Keep those shoulders back. Last one. And slowly release, placing the feet down into the seated position. If you want to sit on a block, that's great, or a cushion, just get that nice upright position. So almost thinking about getting yourself 2 centimeters taller. Fingers together, index fingers together, thumbs together. Index fingers underneath the chin, thumbs into the sternum. You want the shoulders relaxed, so just let the elbows drop. Breathing in as you lift, think about lengthening the spine. Breathing out, just twisting and looking across one of the knees. Breathing in center, breathing out into your twist. As you breathe in, you think about lifting, elongating the spine. And as you breathe out, you're thinking about kind of grounding and steadying into your twist. Let's go 2 more, spine twist. And then you're just going to release like that. We're going to take that twist into the sole, so give you a bit more space. You can see. Go back a little bit here. So, flex the feet. Take the feet out wide. Again, you want to be nice and upright, so if you need that block, that's fine. Go for the block. So, arms out to the sides. Breathing in, that's breathing out into your twist. Breathing in. Still lifting, elongating the spine. Then breathing out, reaching down towards the opposite foot. And there's a handsaw action 3 times. Breathing in, left, breathing out, curl. Breathing out, twist. Breathing in to lengthen, breathing out into your stretch. You should feel that through your hamstrings 3 times left. This one's called the saw. Breathing out. And then coming down. There's almost 3 breaths for each kind of sequence through each leg. If you want a bit of a hand, you could place the back hand down to help you into your stretch. Just go gentle on that. Let's go 2 more. Last one. Breathing out into your stretch. And just slowly uncurl. We're going to take a big bowl of porridge and we're just stirring that porridge, breathing out, reaching forwards. And then go the other way around, breathing out, still flexing the feet. Breathing out as you come forwards. Saw my first ladybird yesterday. I don't know why I thought of that then. I think because last class I thought I saw a bumblebee. So this time I thought about the ladybird. Okay, let's finish. So a little bit of a stretch. Let's just take one knee, bend one knee, take the foot across. So you're on the opposite side, I don't know if you can see, because I've got black trousers on. Flex this forward, this straight leg and this front foot, and press down with the other one. Lift up nice and tall here, elongate the spine. We're going to bring in a twist, so lifting up. So I've got my left hand going round to my right knee, and I'm just going to turn and look behind me. Thinking about as you breathe in, lengthening the spine, as you breathe out, gaining into that twist. And then we'll slowly uncurl, go on the other side. So left foot coming across, flex the right foot, press down with that left foot. Reach up right hand, curl around left knee. Try and get that length in the spine, and then just slowly looking behind you, just on your fingertips here with the left hand. Breathing in, you lift and lengthen the spine, breathing out, gaining into that twist. 3 more breaths. Last one. This last little stretch of the day, soles of the feet together. Take the knees out wide. And just see if you can hold on to your feet here. And the same principle as you breathe in, think about lengthening the spine. You can get that lift on the chest, and as you breathe out, just kind of relax into the out breath. You can bring the head down. As you breathe in, lift. Feel that lengthening in the spine. And you've got that stretch here through the inner and inner thigh. Breathing out, head down.